as a little side project while we're working on our cake slice. If you finish early and have a little extra time, if you finish paper macheing, if you finish decorating before some other students have a chance to finish up theirs, one thing you can work on are these Wayne Thiebaud style donuts. Now, to create these donuts, you'll have a half sheet of drawing paper and you'll have a little lid that will act as a tracer for our circles. I want you to do 4 donuts. And all you have to do is lay your lid down on your paper. It can go off the paper, it can be on the paper, but I would like for you to think about fitting 4 donuts on this sheet of paper. So I'm just gonna lay down my tracer. I'm gonna take a light colored crayon, like either the peachy kind of tan or the brown, because those sort of look like donut colors. And I'm just gonna trace around. Let me use the brown so you can see it better on the video. Trace around the donut or trace around the circle just like this in 4 different places. Now I'm just going to go back inside my donuts and I'm going to finish off the center to make the donut hole just by making my own little circle. And the next step is to pick out some different marker colors for icing. I'm going to start by making some chocolate icing. I'll start on this donut right here. And I'm just going to make a wavy line around the center of my donut. And then I'm going to fill that in. And I'm coloring really carefully. I'm making sure that I'm not scribbling like this. I'm really filling in my icing so that's nice and solid. And that's important because in a minute when you put sprinkles on it, you want to be able to see them. All right, now that I've got my icing color done in marker, you have a couple of options. You can use the lighter kind of peach color in the marker to fill in your donut, or you can go back to your crayons and kind of find that light peach color, or maybe the brown if you want to do a chocolate donut. And you just want to color in the actual kind of cake part of your donut. Now again, make sure that you're coloring really smoothly, you're really filling in all of the white space, and you're not scribbling. We are working this year towards higher quality artwork. Now what I'm doing at the very end here, I'm taking the brown crayon and I'm just going back around the edges of my donut really lightly over top of the tan color, because this is going to make my donut look a little bit more realistic and make it look like it's coming off the page. So if you would like to try that, you are more than welcome to. Another way to make our donut look a little bit more realistic, like it's sitting on top of the page, is to take the gray crayon and very lightly on the inside of your donut hole, just make a little half moon color and then start to color that in with the gray. You can color heavier near the edge of your donut hole, and then you can press down a little lighter as you move out, and this is going to make it look like a little shadow on the inside of your donut. You can also do this around the outside. You can just make your little half moon, and then you can color a little heavier around the edge of your donut and start to get a little bit lighter as you move out towards the edge of the moon shape you drew. Now, a good point about this is to kind of think about your donuts in the same way we thought about your robots. Imagine that you're shining a flashlight on it, and one side of your donut is where the light hits and the other side is where your shadows are. So if your shadows are falling to this side of your donut, they need to do the same thing on all the other donuts that you have drawn. Now the last thing you can do is add some sprinkles to the tops of your icing. Just take different crayon colors and just make little marks or dots. It's up to you, whatever you would like to do. And just go around and add some sprinkles. And that's really going to make our donuts look good. So once you've finished all 4, we'll go back to our example. Now on some of these I have sprinkles on the icing, some of these I just have sprinkles on the donut. You can see I've got different colored donuts, different colors of icing, and on some I just did icing, and that's okay. I'll have an example of some of Wayne Thiebaud's donuts on the board so you can look at that and get ideas too.